You know those weeks in Emmerdale when you sit back, shake your head, and just think, they're not giving us a break, are they? Well, that's exactly what's coming up between Monday the 29th of September and Friday the 3rd of October. Secrets, shock returns, dangerous choices, it's all there. And here's the bit that's really going to get people talking. Robert Sugden caught looking far too close at a mystery man. For a character who's already lived through so many twists, this feels like history repeating itself, and you can't help but wonder, is Robert about to blow his second chance? But that's just one part of the drama. We've also got Vinny on the edge of exposing his own secret in court, April's double life causing a terrifying hospital dash, Bob Hope of all people trying his luck in the romance department, and Mackenzie starting to question what Charity's really hiding about this pregnancy. So grab a cuppa, settle in, because this week's spoilers are packed, and I'll walk you through every moment fans need to know. Spoiler 1. Robert Sugden's mystery connection. Let's start with Robert, because this one feels like a bomb waiting to go off. Viewers have been suspicious ever since he got that strange text last week, and now the sender finally shows up. His name's Kev, and the moment Robert spots him in the village, you can see the panic. Robert checks around, makes sure no one's looking, and then quickly ushers him inside. Straight away, you know this isn't some casual meeting. It turns out Kev is someone Robert met during his time in prison, and whatever their connection was, it clearly still matters. They're seen holding hands, and who happens to walk in at the worst possible moment? None other than Victoria. Now, Victoria's face says it all. She knows her brother inside out, and seeing him with another man when he's supposed to be focused on Aaron is going to leave her confused, maybe even protective. After everything Robert put Aaron through in the past, the last thing she'll want is to watch him cause more heartbreak. Here's what matters. Robert has spent years trying to prove he's changed. Fans might remember the chaos back in the day when he could never stay loyal. So is Kev just a mate who supported him inside, or is there something deeper going on? And as for Aaron, this week he's already drowning in guilt after forgetting baby Grace's birthday, the day they lost her. That anniversary always cuts him to the bone, and now if he finds out Robert's hiding something, it could be the final straw. I honestly can't believe they're stirring this pot again, but it's classic Emmerdale. Just when you think a character's settled, they throw in temptation. Spoiler 2, Vinny's court struggle and Gabby's arrival. From one Sugden link to another Dingle dilemma, Vinny's in for one of the toughest weeks he's ever had. He's still trying to step into the role of dad with young Thomas, but behind the smiles he's terrified about the court case with Mike. This man has already blackmailed and attacked him, and now Vinny's expected to face him in front of a judge. To make matters worse, the defense team are about to call Gabby as a witness. That instantly makes Vinny panic. He lies to Gabby about what's really going on, telling her the case is about something else entirely. But you can see the walls closing in. Gabby starts to notice the cracks, especially when Laurel hints she should come clean herself, because don't forget, Gabby's hiding her own little secret. She wasn't exactly faithful before the wedding, and that shadow is still hanging over her. In the courtroom, Vinny finally looks ready to stand up to Mike, but just as he's about to tell the truth, Gabby walks in. The timing couldn't be worse. He freezes, knowing that if he admits he first met Mike on a forum while questioning his own sexuality, his marriage could implode right there in front of everyone. This could really shake things up. Vinny has always been seen as the gentle one, the lad who wants a quiet life, but here he's being pushed into a corner where silence might cost him everything. If Vinny cracks, it won't just be Mike who gets exposed. It could be Vinny himself, and I'm not sure Gabby is ready for that truth. Spoiler 3. April's dangerous secret puts Leo in the hospital. As if that wasn't enough tension, the younger generation is about to cause heartbreak too. April Windsor has been juggling far more than she can handle. On one hand, she's Rona's daughter, expected to be responsible and trustworthy. On the other hand, she's hiding the fact she's been pulled into drug dealing. This week, the double life catches up with her in the worst possible way. Dylan spots her selling outside the uni halls, begs her to quit, but the pressure from Ray keeps piling on. Ray makes it clear, she either keeps going or they're both in trouble. So, when April's left babysitting Leo, she makes the reckless choice to sneak out for a deal. And in the rush, she drops a bag of pills in the house. The next thing she knows, Leo's being rushed into the hospital, and the sight of him being loaded into that ambulance is enough to break anyone's heart. Rona is devastated. The police and social services get involved, and it's not long before the finger starts pointing back at April. Fans might remember April as the sweet little girl we've watched grow up, so seeing her pulled this deep into danger is shocking, and yet it feels tragically believable. She's young, she's desperate to keep control, and she's in way over her head. When she considers confessing, the panic sets in as soon as she sees the police. Instead of owning up, she bolts. And of course, Ray's listening in on every word she says to Dylan, ready to make sure the truth doesn't come out. This storyline's about to test April like never before, and it'll test Rona too, because no mum wants to believe her daughter could be responsible for something so serious. If you're still watching and enjoying these spoilers, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. It really helps the channel grow, and you'll never miss the big twists coming out of the Dales. Spoiler 4, Celia, Paddy, and Bob's awkward triangle. Now, let's lighten the mood a little, because this next spoiler is pure Emmerdale comedy gold. Celia Daniels manages to upset poor Paddy this week with what she calls a joke, but it's far from funny. She makes a cruel crack about his dog attack, which of course left him deeply shaken. You can see why Paddy takes offense straight away. Moira steps in and insists Celia needs to fix things. And to be fair, Celia does try. She puts on the charm, and somehow, Paddy ends up forgiving her. But the real laugh comes when Bob Hope decides this is the moment to make his move. Only Bob could think a woman like Celia might be swayed by a cheeky grin and a pint down the Woolpack. His attempt at flirting is clumsy at best, and fans are going to love watching him try. You can almost hear Brenda in the background rolling her eyes, can't you? Now, whether Celia responds with warmth or with fire, it's bound to be entertaining. And let's face it, Bob chasing after the wrong woman has never ended well before. This could either be the start of a funny little fling, or just another disaster for his love life. Either way, after the darker stories of the week, this lighter touch feels like classic Emmerdale balance. Spoiler 5, Mackenzie questions, Charity's secret. Finally, let's talk about Charity. If there's one character who can't keep out of trouble, it's her. At first glance, it looks like she's just nervous about how Sarah's reacting to her pregnancy. Sarah's getting excited about the idea of a new baby in the family, but Charity's clearly uneasy. She avoids questions, she changes the subject, she puts on that famous smile to hide what's really going on. Here's the kicker. We know why she's acting like this. She's waiting on the results of a DNA test after that one-night stand with Ross Barton, and if Mackenzie ever gets wind of it, the fallout will be huge. Fans might remember the roller coaster of Ross and Charity's past. To think she could end up carrying his child instead of Max is a twist that almost feels too explosive to be real, but this is Emmerdale, and nothing stays hidden forever. Max no fool. He clocks the tension. He asks if Charity's worried Sarah's getting her hopes up, and when she dodges the question, you can see his suspicion grow. Bottom line, the truth will come out eventually, and when it does, Mackenzie might not be quite as forgiving as Charity hopes. So that's the week ahead in the village. Robert hiding a mystery connection, Vinny standing on the edge of a life-changing confession, April risking everything and putting Leo in danger, Celia and Bob providing some much-needed laughs, and Charity keeping her biggest secret under wraps while Mackenzie's suspicions grow. It's one of those weeks where you'll want to keep the remote close, because every episode feels like it could flip the story in a new direction. Now, I'd love to hear what you think. Should Robert be honest with Aaron straight away? Is Vinny about to lose Gabby if he admits the truth? And do you reckon Mackenzie will work out Charity's secret before the DNA test arrives? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I always enjoy reading through your theories, and if you haven't already, please give the video a like, hit subscribe, and ring that little bell so you don't miss what's next. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next update from Emmerdale.